Axolotls. If you've played the 2013 video game The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker, then you're probably familiar with the adorable Axolotl. It was one of the most popular characters in the game, despite only appearing for a few minutes. And no wonder. How could anyone resist this little guy? He looks like a mix between a lion and a squirrel, but with gills. While they are not technically mythical creatures, axolotls were very much shrouded in mystery until recently. That's because they were thought to only live in a single lake in Mexico. However, the species has been found in other parts of the country. They also have an incredible ability to regenerate body parts. If an axolotl loses a chunk of its arm, for example, it can grow it back. Even if a salamander loses part of its brain, spinal cord, or heart, it can regrow that too. The only catch is that these new limbs will be slightly different from the original. So if an axolotl loses a finger on its left hand, the one that grows back will look more like its right hand. On the bright side, though, this means that if one of their fingers gets bitten off by a hungry bird, it can simply grow a brand new set of fingers. No. 5. Goblin Shark. Goblin sharks live in the deep ocean and are rarely seen by humans, which makes them pretty mysterious. When most people hear about goblin sharks, they think that the person describing them is either joking or making up stories. After all, who would believe that a shark that looks like a mutated eel exists? It wasn't until 1998 that a photo of a goblin shark was taken for the first time. Till then, the only evidence of their existence were the occasional dead specimen that washed ashore in fishermen's tall tales. And even today, there's still so much we don't know about them. We don't know how long they live, how big they get, or how fast they swim. What we do know is that they have really bad eyesight, but make up for it by using their powerful sense of smell to find prey. The most fascinating thing about goblin sharks, though, is the way they hunt. Since they're mostly blind, they wait for their prey to swim within a few feet of them before striking. When they do this, they extend their jaws forward and use their teeth to latch onto their victim. Their teeth are so strong that they can pierce the skin of seals and whales. Number 4. Dragon lizards. If you've ever seen a frilled lizard, then you might mistake it for a mythical dragon. These lizards are known for their frills, which are the large folds of skin around their necks. When they feel threatened, they extend their frills to make themselves look bigger. They can also flare the skin of their frills to make them stand out even more. The frill acts as a warning to predators, telling them that the lizard is poisonous. Sure enough, when a potential predator tries to eat a frilled lizard, they usually spit poison into their mouths. This stops the predator from eating them, and the lizard gets to live another day. While frilled lizards do look kind of like dragons, they're actually more closely related to iguanas and chameleons. They get their colors from the yellow pigment in their skin cells, as well as sacs full of guanine crystals. These crystals reflect light and help to camouflage them against brightly lit surfaces like snow. No. 3. Loch Ness Monster. When you think of Scotland, what comes to mind? Bagpipes, shortbread cookies, and Nessie, of course. The Loch Ness Monster is perhaps the most famous cryptid in the world. There have been thousands of reported sightings of this mysterious creature, but none of them have been confirmed. Some say that the Loch Ness Monster is a prehistoric beast that somehow managed to survive until today. Others say it's a giant amphibian, or a cross between a turtle and a whale. But many scientists believe that the Loch Ness Monster is nothing more than a large fish. In 1933, a blurry photo of the monster was published in a local newspaper. It became known as the surgeon's photograph, and for decades it was considered to be the best evidence we had of the monster's existence. In 2017, however, the man who took the photo admitted that it was a hoax. To this day, the Loch Ness Monster continues to elude scientists and monster hunters alike. Maybe one day soon we'll finally discover what lurks in the depths of Loch Ness. Number 2. Kraken. If you've ever taken a boat out to sea, you know that it can be a dangerous activity. Storms can pop up out of nowhere and giant waves can capsize even the biggest vessels. Mariners in the olden days believed that their shipwrecks were caused by the Kraken, a massive underwater monster with tentacles that could wrap around ships and pull them down into the ocean. Sailors described the Kraken as being the size of an island and said that it used its tentacles to crush ships and drown their crews. For centuries, people believed that the Kraken was a myth. That was until 1857, when a Norwegian scientist named Gunnaris documented the existence of a giant squid. He called it the Kraken, after the mythical monster. We know that the Kraken is a very real animal. Giant squids can grow to over 30 feet in length and have been known to attack ships. Number 1. Chupacabra. The Chupacabra is a legendary creature that's said to inhabit parts of the Americas. Its name translates to goatsucker, which is a pretty fitting name considering its alleged diet. That's right. The Chupacabra is said to feed on the blood of goats and other livestock. The first reported sighting of the Chupacabra was in Puerto Rico in 1995. Since then, there have been hundreds of similar sightings across the United States, Mexico, and other countries. Most Chupacabra sightings can be explained as coyote attacks, but some people insist that the creature is real. So what does the Chupacabra look like? According to those who have seen it, the Chupacabra is a hairless, dog-like animal with sharp spines running down its back. It has glowing red eyes and a taste for blood. No wonder people think it's a real-life mythical creature. Now check out animals that are real but look fake, or click this other video instead.